For new subscribers searching for West Linn High School news, look no further. This is Parker Edwards, and you're listening to WLHSnow, the Breakdown Podcast. We focus on bringing stories from athletics and academics to entertainment and student life. In the athletics department, we have a story on the football team and an avid dancer. Football claimed their first state championship in program history after their blowout win against Central Catholic over at Providence Park. I had a chance to speak with a couple football players to get a reaction after this historic victory. In a season filled with broken records, a last-minute win, and a multitude of standout plays, each player on West Linn's football roster was tested in their final outing against Central Catholic, where a 2016 state title was claimed in front of an electric fan base. For senior lineman Brennan Algren, it wasn't just another game.
It was most important to me because of how much work we put in and the 3 years built up to it, especially losing last year to Jesuit. It made us want it that much more. And when we were able to get it done, it was just one of the most special moments of my life, and I'll never forget it. Our practices were really tough. Our defense knew almost every play what we were running, so when we were able to get into those last games, the semifinal and the final, the defenses just seemed so much slower and didn't seem to know what was going on because we had been running against a very well-oiled and all-knowing defense all year long.
Tradition has been created here at West Linn High School, a mentality of winning and success. From the first player, there was a will to win around the football program and around their school itself. Each player used their motivation and preparation to eventually finish what they started. Mitchell Johnson, senior linebacker, has worked since third grade in pursuit of a state championship.
Well, I think growing up together, playing with each other since third grade, being really close with all the guys on the team, I think the brotherhood and the community is really what gave us that extra push, that extra motivation. We knew we wanted to, play our final game together as a state champion game and come out with the win. And, a big thing was just getting the win for the community, the first time they've ever, got to experience this. And so I think it was just the brotherhood, the community, and that really is what pushed us to, play our kind of game. But throughout the week, the preparation was crazy. Coach Miller, he's a wizard. He knows everything, and, you can learn a lot from him. But he really took every practice very seriously. We had no jokes around, and, he pushed us to our full limits every single day of that week, and we were not going to lose that game.
West Linn's 62-7 victory was the largest margin in the history of an OSAA 6A football state championship. Also, this was the Lions' first football title in school history. This is Parker Edwards with West Linn High School Now. To say it's an exciting time to be a part of the West Linn community would definitely be an understatement. But speaking of exciting, Cassidy, Jester, an athlete herself, explains how to get involved in the school's dance program.
Dance is a great elective course at West Linn High School. Teacher Kaylee Owens believes anyone should take this class, from beginner in Dance 1 to more advanced students in Dance 2. In this class, they train in a variety of styles.
Interviewing Rose Luna.
A few weeks ago, we learned a hip-hop dance, jazz dance, an African dance. We also learned how to salsa, so there's different types. My favorite style of dancing would be hip-hop, just because upbeat music and it's just more poppin' and lockin'.
Danny Stauffer, competitive dancer, also takes this class, as well as being a part of a competition team. She enjoys the contrast between dancing at a studio and dancing at school.
I've been dancing for 10 years. I dance for a studio called Vanderveer Productions. Competition dance is a lot more intense and just a lot more rehearsing, and dance at school is just fun.
Both Danny and Rose believe dance is a fun and energetic class. This class is also a great elective choice because it involves nonstop movement and boosts your heart rate. The program of this class is designed to teach dance basics as well as teaches students to work in groups when creating new dance routines and projects.
In dance class, we start out by warming up, and then each team member get into groups and make up dances and show the whole class. So those are some of our projects that we have.
Class is offered every semester and is encouraged for every student looking for a fun class with lots of exercise. Reporting with West Linn High School Now, this is Cassidy Jester.
Well, from the sound of it, it seems like the dance class is something not to miss. We now move from athletics to academics. We have a story from Helene Brehl about NaNoWriMo, a worldwide event that's rapidly gaining participants.
While headlines in November seem to revolve around the canned food drive, No Shave November, and the football playoffs, for students taking creative writing, all focus was on NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month, an event to encourage young writers to write more and complete their goals of a certain word count written by the end of the month. For Alyssa Rowe, she had a blast doing it.
NaNoWriMo was really fun. It's just really good to get my thoughts down on paper.
For students like Anthony Chu, however, this has proven to be more difficult than he first thought.
It was actually kind of hard because I had quite a bit of writer's block, and I didn't really have that many friends in the class, and the friends I did have were writing science fiction novels, so they couldn't really help me.
Though it was challenging, for many who persevered, their efforts paid off. For those who wrote more than 50,000 words, they got a free copy of the writing software Ulysses from Mac. If you're interested in learning more about the winners for this year's NaNoWriMo, check out their website at nanowrimo.org.
This annual event occurs every November, so make sure to participate this upcoming NaNoWriMo. It's educational, but sounds fun at the same time. Well, now we're going to go to entertainment. Our very own Sarah Heiden reviews the film Fantastic Beasts.
You're an interesting man, Mr. Scamander. Just like your suitcase, I think there's much more to you than meets the eye.
Another addition to the Harry Potter universe is out. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them hit theaters November 18th, and it's not as fantastic as the title suggests. The highly anticipated film, written by J.K. Rowling, teases Harry Potter fans like Sarah Holson, eager for more.
There are some things that, it was related to Harry Potter, which was kind of cool, but then it was also, kind of a weird plot line to follow.
While it doesn't quite live up to the Potter films, fans like Ali Sato still enjoyed the film.
I thought it was a pretty good movie and well done, and it was fun to watch.
Grossing $156.2 million in its first 10 days shows it's worth a watch. Reporting with West Linn High School Now, this is Sarah Heiden.
Now to tackle an everyday topic that often goes unnoticed, we have Andre Best on littering, which is a bigger problem than it may seem.
The EPA estimates Americans produce over 220 million tons of trash each year. And for school building engineer Richard Craighead, it sometimes feels like the bulk of that waste can be tracked to West Linn High School lunchtime.
Food on the tables and on the ground around the tables is the biggest, what I find, is a lot of lunch and food trash.
He also located the messiest areas around the school.
I would probably say the commons right now, or the cafeterias, both A and B cafeterias. They're pretty darn messy.
ASB leader Tristan Waits offers a solution to the trash problem.
I think we'd probably go with the same kind of campaign of just telling people to pick up the trash, encouraging people, making people realize this is their school, they should care. And sure, we can pick up the trash, and we can send people out to pick up the trash all the time, but that's not really our job, And so it seems like the student body should just care about their school enough to pick things up. And if we have to start another campaign for trash pickup, then I guess that's what we'll do.
If students don't pick up their trash, new problems could arise.
Well, the cleaner we keep the school, the less chances we are of bringing in rodents or bugs or anything like that, and we don't want any of that kind of stuff coming into the school. So the cleaner we keep it, the easier it is to stay on top of it and make it look great.
Reporting with West Linn High School Snow, this is Andre Best, and thank you for tuning in.
You know, Harry, it's always nice to know the different options available for lunch, especially since a lot of people have restricted diets.
Today's typical diet is filled with meat, but with vegetarianism on the rise, schools must accommodate. At West Linn High School, the kitchen staff finds it important to please all students with dietary restrictions by offering such food. Kitchen lead Mandy Holmes is on the job.
So I supervise the kitchen and support the staff. We have about 5 on any given day that are vegetarian, that request vegetarian options. I try to pick one of the main entree items and make it vegetarian. So I will do a nacho or a vegetarian burrito or pastas without, the meat and just sauce. So we're always kind of fine-tuning it and asking the students what they would like, and then trying to find options that they enjoy and then offering them those.
Vegetarian student Ruth Johnstone agrees that the cafeteria does well meeting the needs of vegetarians on campus.
I think it's typically pretty easy. There's usually a salad option or something. It might not taste the best, but there's usually at least something I can eat. Well, I think they usually have like pizza some of the time, and that's vegetarian, so I can eat that. And they usually have the salad bar thing, so I mean it's kind of nasty, but it's there. It's edible, I guess. So there's that. But yeah, I think they do a pretty good job.
Ruth has been vegetarian for long enough now to be used to the sometimes limited options. However, for students considering becoming vegetarian or feeling like trying the diet out, now you know that the school's cafeteria is accommodating for all. Reporting with WLHSnow, this is Harry Winsper.
Well, that just about sums it up. Make sure to go get involved in your community. Thanks so much for tuning in to this first edition of the Breakdown Podcast. Reporting for West Linn High School Now, this is Parker Edwards.